Welcome back, everybody. John Kelly with 4 Elements Fitness and head coach at Live Free CrossFit, the unbroken, breaker of PRs, leader of men, and rightful king of Westeros. Today, we wanted to talk about recovery, or the element of water. On the hierarchy of health, I like to think of nutrition at the bottom and recovery right above that. And why do I think that way? Because we need to be recovering twice as much, if not more, than the stress that we're having in our lives, or we're going to find ourselves burning out. So think of yourself as a fire. You're walking around, you're creating heat, you're burning calories. You're literally a fire within, okay? Now, you add on the social stressors that we all have day to day. Some of us have more, some of us have less, especially in our work. Some of us sit at an office all day, which is stressful because we're not moving. Some of us go and fight fires, which is stressful because you're going to be you're going to be active, and you're going to be trying to put yourself at risk in order to do your job. Policemen also creates a lot of stress, not to mention the shift work. So some of us can have a lot of social stressors, especially when we like a girl's picture on Instagram and your wife sees it, okay? Now you start to add those social stressors, those relationships that you have at home and outside of your life. You add in the toxins. What do I mean by toxins? I mean by the crap that's in your food, the chemicals, the processed elements of your food. We're talking about GMOs. We're talking about pesticides. We're talking about sugars, okay? That is a toxin. We're talking about the stuff in your water, the chlorine, the fluoride. We're talking about the crap you breathe when you walk around and people are doing work on the street, or they're driving in their cars and emitting carbon dioxide. That's all toxins. Those are all stressors, okay? You think about alcohol. That's a huge toxin. Drugs, that's a huge toxin. Those things are going to cause your system stress. Now your fire is burning really hot. Throw in lack of sleep, and you start to feel yourself burning out, okay? And if you throw in on top of all these things, which a lot of us do, we throw on training, hard training. You want to feel beat up when you leave the gym. You feel like that's the way that it's supposed to be. And some days it is supposed to be that way, but not all the time. You get all these things going, and your fire is raging out of control, and a raging out of control fire eventually is going to burn out. And you are going to burn out if you don't balance your stressors with recovery in the element of water, okay? So what do you put on a raging fire? You put water on it, okay? That's going to cool it down. That's going to make it more manageable. And what is recovery? There's many different aspects to recovery, but the most important one is sleep, okay? When you sleep, you're going to be clearing out all the mental things you learned and things you went through that day. You're going to clear that away so that your brain is ready to learn new skills. Your body is going to replenish hormones, growth hormone, insulin. All of these hormones are going to regulate at night while you sleep. So if you miss sleep, you're going to mess your body's self-regulating system. This is where you grow your new muscle cells so that you can get stronger or faster or better at your sport. And you're also going to screw up your mind and your mental aspect of learning and developing new skills neurologically through your central nervous system. So if you want to perform well, sleep is fundamental. If you want to be healthy, sleep is fundamental. You do it 8 hours a day all the time. You might train 12 hours a week. Stretching. Why is stretching important? So that the muscles can be at the proper length. If they begin to get too tight, you start to see overuse injuries. So if you're training an hour a day and you're only stretching for 10 minutes, or if you're not stretching at all, you're going to see an injury because your body's going to find a way to make you stop. Mobility. Preparing your body beforehand, okay? Every day doesn't have to be a hard day. You can come in and do mobility for an hour, and it'll probably serve you better on your snatch or your clean and jerk than all the squatting in the world would do. Meditate. When you meditate, you want to make sure that you're clearing all of the built up residue of the stress in your mind. If you're going to bed and you're constantly thinking, then you're going to see that your sleep is bad. Okay, so what meditation allows you to do is like a bucket of dirty water. When the water's stirred up, it's brown. But meditation will help you still the waters of your mind, and it'll be clear. With a clear mind, you can do what you need to do when it comes to doing it. You don't want to be in your bed thinking about work. You don't want to be in your bed thinking about if you're a good parent or not, okay? You want to be in your bed to rest. You want to be in your bed to sleep. You don't want to be thinking about training when you're getting ready to sleep. That's what meditation is going to allow you to do. It's going to allow you to clear all the clutter out of your mind, all the dirt out of your mind. And the good thing about yoga is that you can get mobility, stretching, and meditation all in one. So if you're not adding yoga into your training and you're serious about being an athlete for a long period of time, then you are going to find out that eventually you're going to have to do something along those lines, or you're going to have to stop competing and you're going to have to stop enjoying the athletics side of your life because you're going to get hurt. Relax. What do I mean by relax? I mean by spend time with your family. When you're with your family, don't think about work. When you're with your family, don't think about training. Okay? It's good to be driven, but at the same time, you need to have a period of relaxation. You need to be in the moment. So if you're out with friends or you're out with your family or home with your family, be in that moment. Get off your phone, spend the time with those people. You can get on your phone when you're waiting at some place in line, okay? Or you're in the Uber. Laugh, watch a funny movie, watch some comedy, crack some jokes. Laughter is the best medicine. Laughing makes you feel great. I know all of us have gone to a comedy show, laughed our asses off, and felt great afterwards. You should try to laugh every day. The average man smiles 8 times a day. The average woman smiles 22 times a day. The average baby smiles 60 times a day. Be the baby. And finally, love. Okay? You have to have love in your life. How do you have love in your life? You give love. You give love to your wife. You give love to your husband. You give love to your kids, and you will receive love back. You give love to your family. You give love to your friends, and you will receive love back. Being loved and giving love will make life a lot easier and a lot more fun.